Hello, and this is December, and I am Carolyn Motley, and my co-chairman here is President of the Chamber, Keith Reddy, and we want to welcome you to the Cannon County Chamber Connection. This is our December show. You lucky people, you've been looking at us every month for a year. Well, it's true. Anyway, we want to welcome you to our show. And of course, as always, it's presented by DTC Communication with our thanks for being able to showcase our county in such a positive way, because it is a positive county. So we do have some, I do want to just throw this at you right now. There's 20 days left until Christmas. So if you haven't done all of your shopping yet, we still have stores that are open. I always like to tell you about what's already happened, because if you missed it, I'm sorry. But we had our Cannon Country Christmas on the 22nd and 23rd. It was great. We had a town full of people. The stores were full. The square was full. We had a great night in Cannon County. And remember that next year, because every year it is the weekend before Thanksgiving. And we just wanted to tell you there's still some events that are going on in Cannon County in December. Probably this won't get aired in time for some of them, but then again it might. So you just stay tuned and find out what you can still do in Cannon County. We do have some guests with us today. We have our newly elected mayor of Woodbury, Stan Hollingsworth, and a newly elected alderman, Jeff Todd. Keith, you want to?
Yeah, well, we want to welcome our newly elected mayor to Woodbury, Stan Hollingsworth. And we saw you at the meeting last night and everything, and you got sworn in, and we got a nice picture for the paper. We also got a mugshot of Jeff Todd over here. Actually, we got a full body shot of him getting sworn in as well. But,
did he smile?
I think he did. I think so. I didn't recognize it. Did you smile?
I think so.
Okay. All right. As long as you smiled, that's good.
He was nervous.
Yeah. We don't want you like the people on the booking report, in the paper. But at any rate, Stan, tell us a little bit about your background. And you live here, of course, in Woodbury. And let us know about some of the things that you're looking forward to in the future.
Okay. As you said, I was born, lived and raised here in the town of Woodbury all my life. I went to high school here in Woodbury. My wife is former Miss Sandy Fletcher. We have two children, Stephanie and Shane, who are married, and they have 3 children each, so we have a total of 6 grandchildren. I did my career in law enforcement. I retired. I had 36 years experience in law enforcement, 25 of that being with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. And I retired June 30th, 2015, and I would say that I spent 15 years of that career working here in Cannon County. So I'm well known to a lot of the people here in the county, because I was from living here all my life, and also from my experience in law enforcement. I'm excited about this new position and challenge that I have. There's things that I look forward to doing, like addressing some of the infrastructure that we have, and also doing some things to the sidewalks, trying to get grants and so forth to improve the sidewalks, and also I want to specifically work on beautifying the cosmetics of the town itself, and just make it a community where everybody will be proud of, and a place that they're proud to call home.
Gotcha. Yeah. So those are some of the things that we're going to see worked on. Jeff, how about you? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Me and my wife moved up here a little over 10 years ago. with the family. I work for the city of Murfreesboro. Been there a little over 28 years. There's not much about me besides like to fish and love the town of Woodbury.
Yeah. Now, what do you do for
no place to fish.
What do you do for the city of Murfreesboro?
I worked for the water department for almost 19 years, and I transferred over to the public works department and been there almost 10 years there.
I got you. Are you like a supervisor or just
I'm a foreman over the right-of-way crew. They keep the right-of-ways. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Keep the bush hogs moving.
And we could talk. I'm from Murfreesboro, and we could talk about Murfreesboro all day long as far as their right-of-ways and everything like that. But we're glad to have you aboard. What made you want to become an alderman?
Like I say, when we moved up here, we loved Woodbury as soon as we moved up here, and over the years, I don't want to change Woodbury. I just want to try to help improve it. Like the mayor said, beautify it, make things nice.
No.
Make it look good.
You know, you brought up an interesting point, Jeff. So many times people move here, especially from out of state. And the reason they move here is they want the small town atmosphere. They don't want the traffic, but they want to be close to a Walmart or a movie theater. But as soon as they take residence here, they start wanting to change it like it was where they came from. Well, why did you move?
Right.
You know, that's my feeling on that.
Right.
Because I moved here in the 70s. My husband was born and raised here. And yeah, I don't want to go back to a big city, and I don't want to change it like a big city.
Yeah.
I kind of like some of it. Do we need sidewalks? Yes.
Yeah.
We do need repair to the sidewalks, and there'll be things like that. But I was at that board meeting last night, and I guess you both seen there's going to be issues that come before you that have nothing to do with either one of those. It's just people want a place to complain. So if they don't have Facebook, then they're going to come to one of the board meetings.
Have you got a complaint box out? Are you going to put together a complaint box to?
Oh, heavens, no, you don't have room
That's to
for
be
that.
determined.
To be determined. There you go. Yeah. What's one of the first things that you guys are going to tackle?
Well, we're looking at the infrastructure right now. We need to do, I feel like, some improvements to our water treatment plant. We need to do some improvements to our wastewater plant, and that'll be a couple of things that we want to try to tackle. Also, people have told me some things that they would like to see done that are simple things. It's not involving a whole lot of time and resources. And I like to do that, to work with the people and accommodate them as much as I can. And I would like to, as I said earlier, see if we can find funding out there somewhere to do some work on our sidewalks. I know some of our city streets need paving. And you know as well as I do, all that costs money. And so the goal is just to try to reach out and see if we can start finding funding to try and tackle some of these issues.
Well, one of the things that we learned last night that you're going to get tackled to start off with as far as funding is concerned is we got a CDBG grant that came in and that we were awarded some monies that's going to be, I guess, going toward the wastewater facility improvements and stuff.
My understanding, the town of Woodbury did receive a grant for $700,000 that is to go towards the improvement of the wastewater treatment plant. And so that's an improvement that is already being addressed and hopefully will be in the works in the near future.
Right. Well, that's good. That's good. So
One thing about finding money, that usually comes in the form of a grant of some type.
Yes.
But usually on every grant that I've been involved with, you may qualify for the grant, but they tell you where you're going to spend it.
Right. There's some grants that are earmarked for certain projects,
That's
and
right.
some grants you may get that says we need you to focus on this area. And, you know, an improvement, if that's something in the town that needs to be improved and that we can get the funding for, then by all means improve it.
Right, and if you find one where it says spend it wherever you need it, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. Another thing that has been so well since the new administration of the county commission and the county executive is that the town of Woodbury and the county have seemed to work well together.
They do.
Have you been able to meet with Greg Mitchell as of yet to talk to him? And I'm sure you guys know each other.
Yeah, we know each other very well, and we've met 3 or 4 times. We either talked by telephone 2 or 3 times, and we have both said that we're going to work together and do what is best for the county and the town and the community, for the people. That is who we serve. That is the ones that put us in office, and that's who our obligation is to.
Right. Well, that's good. That's a good thing to have. You know, good thing to move forward with.
So I think Greg and I will work good together.
Of course, you've got other commissioners and aldermen that
I agree.
they don't always feel the same way about issues, but that's why you have a board.
Yeah. You know, it's been my experience in the past, regardless if it's county government, city government, state government, federal government, or if it has to do with schools or a civic organization or whatever. If you put 20 or 25 people in a room, everybody's not going to agree on everything, but whatever decision is made, I feel like it's a responsibility of the people involved to get behind that decision and support it.
One thing we have to realize is so many of the rescue squad, our fire departments, everything are volunteers.
Right.
And really, our town is run a lot by volunteer
Yes.
labor.
Yes.
And we got to keep that in mind. You know, our rescue squad is top notch. You know, we have fire departments all over the county. The issue is we don't have fire hydrants all over the county, you know, so water is an issue there.
Yeah. Well, if you remember during my announcement when I decided to run for mayor, that I made the statement in my announcement that if we all work together, that's including elected officials, government employees, and the public, citizens, if we all work together, then we can be successful.
I agree on that.
The reason sometimes we don't accomplish the goals that we set out to accomplish is because everybody wants to go in a different direction. And so we've got to all pull together and unite. And as you said just a moment ago, the rescue squad, the city fire department, the county fire departments are volunteers. That's citizens. That's citizens, all of us working together
Right.
to make our county and town a better place to live.
Right.
And I know we have a volunteer fire department here in the city, but I do think we have a good volunteer fire department, and they are very knowledgeable. As a matter of fact, Mr. Todd and I, we even met with Mr. Ben Witter this morning, and I was impressed by how much he knew about being a fire chief.
Right.
He's very knowledgeable.
Well, and you have to realize these people that are volunteering also have jobs.
Yes, you're correct.
So
You're
they
right.
can't always just drop what they're doing and run.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and unfortunately, the money is not there to give them a paid position.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think our city may have one paid position, but I'm not sure what. I think the fire chief does
Yeah,
get.
fire chief does get a salary.
Yeah.
So,
But I think all of our employees that are employed by the town of Woodbury do an excellent job, and I made it a point Mr. Todd and I have as we've gone around today and met with the different employees of each department, that we appreciate the job that they're doing. I was once a public service, well, I am again now. And, you know, and I understand that when things come up that, you know, you have to deal with in a split second. And I think the employees do a very good job at what they do.
And another thing that we need to talk about, or we need to point out, because not a lot of people realize this, but the town of Mayor of Woodbury does not get paid a fortune. Never has, probably.
You got to have a love.
But I will say this, that it is becoming more of a full-time position than what it has when the former mayors and former boards of aldermen had to make, you met once a month, sure, you had 30-minute meetings. But there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that people don't know about. And these guys are servants, public servants. They're kind of volunteers, to be honest with you. They're not getting paid, in my opinion, enough. So, kudos goes out to anyone that serves as a mayor or alderman. I don't know if aldermen get paid. Do y'all get paid?
I'm not sure. I think so, but I don't know how much.
You get a little bucket to where you can put
I ain't
people.
doing it for the money.
You're gonna do an offering plate at the.
That's one point I wanted to make. I'm not in this for the money.
Right.
I think the mayor's position in Woodbury pays $1,000 a month, and that may cover your expenses for having to go places, purchase fuel or meals or whatever. And like you say, it's not a whole lot, but I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for our community. And so is Mr. Todd, and so is all the other aldermen and council members that serve.
Well, even commissioners.
Yeah, commissioners, the county
The same
commissioners,
way.
they're doing that.
School board members are the same
School
way.
board members, people are doing it, trying to, as best as they can, make their community, their schools, their county, their town, a better place to live.
But when you compare what you do to the county commission or to the county executive or to the director of schools, they get paid a lot more, and I don't necessarily know that you could find somebody to step into those positions and do that for any less of a pay, just to serve the community, because there's such a big burden, a big responsibility, and it's becoming a big responsibility for the town mayor.
Yeah.
I mean, town mayor too.
Well,
but
that comes from
appreciate what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Well, you get so many issues that come before you, even as a school board member, that does not have anything to do with infrastructure or anything else. They're just
Airing
peeves
grievances.
that people have about things, that they just want to fuss to somebody.
That's part of it, isn't it?
Well,
It is.
once those saying that comes with the territory and the job, so.
I want to ask you something, Stan. You said you were state patrolman
Right.
for so many years in Cannon County. When you were running for election, did you run into any of those people that you gave tickets to?
Oh, yeah. I know one time we had a jury trial. It was a vehicular homicide trial, and I was the investigating officer. And they selected the jury pool, and as they questioned possible jurors, the question was asked, how many people know Stan Hollingsworth? And everybody raised their hand. And the question was asked, how many people have been given a ticket by Stan Hollingsworth? And about half of them raised their hand again. And even better than that, I know teaching traffic school one time, I asked the people that were there, I said, how many of you are here because of the traffic citation? And they all raised their hand. There was about 15 in the class. I said, how many of you got the citation for me? And every one of them raised their hand. So
I
can
just
see-
wondered if that
Now I
made a
can see the
difference.
first Woodbury Mayor and Board of Aldermen meeting. He's going to put down the gavel,
Yeah.
and then he's going to ask the audience, how many people
Yeah.
got a ticket from me back, to see how many.
well,
Well, evidently it didn't make a difference, or they'd gotten older and forgot.
Well, it's like I used to tell the younger troopers when I was a field training officer. I said, you know, there's going to be times you have to issue a citation and do your job. The important thing to remember is how you treat people. If you give them a citation with time, they will forget that. But if you mistreat them and talk to them and disrespect them, they will never get over that. So, and that played out. And I've had people that would come up to me and say, hey, you remember me, you that worked my record, gave me a ticket 5 years ago, and I look at them, I say, well, not really. Do you you know, I think to myself, do you realize how many people I've come into contact with in 5 years? So, but they would laugh about it then. They would laugh about it, you know, and stuff. And
I have some people from Warren County that got tickets by the city.
Yeah.
None of them were laughing.
Yeah.
None of them.
Yeah. Well,
I got some calls.
I hope, you know, during my career, I treated people the way I want to be treated myself.
In other words, you didn't get them out of the car and slam them up against the...
No, I guess I've got in trouble for that.
Some of them he
I
probably
just
wished he
asked,
could.
I watched too much Law and Order. I
Well,
guess that's what-
especially if it's a hot summer day and that car hood is hot, you know, you slam against the
I
hot
didn't
car.
think about that. Well, all right. All I can say is, over the years, and I've been with the chamber 20-some years now, and I've always had a good working relationship with the city,
Well, that's
and
what,
I hope that it continues to be that way. I can't say a bad thing about Andy Duggan. He was always listened. Like I say, we didn't always agree on everything, but I always forgave him in the end.
yeah. Well,
So it was fine, but that's the way I would like for it to continue to be.
I've had different city employees tell me that they've had a good working relationship with the Chamber of Commerce, and Jeff and I and all the council members intend for that to carry on.
All right,
Yeah.
good. Well, I know Jeff from Lions Club too.
Yeah,
Him and his wife
yeah,
they do a lot for Lions
yeah,
Club.
they
So,
do, yeah.
and that is another a group that I feel like they do so much in the county on a volunteer basis.
Yeah.
A lot of our child advocacy, CASA, all of those are, nobody pays anybody in the Lions Club. If they do, they haven't told me. But anyway.
Well,
you get paid.
it's a good organization. I know, I've been associated with the Lions Club, and they bought glasses for people that couldn't
Right.
afford them.
They do.
And that means a lot.
They get
being
seeing
able to
eye
see.
dogs.
Yeah,
They do a lot for the town of Woodbury.
Yeah.
They do. Well, for the county of Woodbury.
yeah.
Well, we thank both of you, and we wish both of you luck. Jeff, you haven't said much. Is there some big statement you want to make?
No, thank you for having us on.
He told me he was just going to sit here and smile.
Oh, is that what he did? And he smiled quite a bit.
Yeah, he
No, okay.
But we do appreciate you, and if there's another time you would like to come on the show for something, then give us a call.
All right, thank
We
you
do
for
this
having
every
us.
month.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
All right, and
Yeah.
thank you, both of you.
Thank you.
I'd keep you longer, but it's just an hour show. All right. Well, like I say, didn't want to scare everybody, but it is 20 days till Christmas.
20 days till Christmas, and it's
Have
cold.
you got all your, yeah, it feels kind of like ho, ho, ho weather,
Well,
doesn't it?
while we've got this time, as far as Christmas shopping is concerned, and you guys can chime in on this as well. I don't know if you've recognized what we're doing in the Cannon Courier, but we've got a $250 cash giveaway. Or not cash giveaway, it's just going to be a giveaway. It's going to be a check. Promise you it won't bounce if you win it.
Well,
But what you've got to do is you've got to go now through December the 13th and shop at any Cannon County business and keep the receipt and bring the receipt to the courier office. Now you can mail them in. You don't have to bring, you don't have to go over to Piggly Wiggly and shop for groceries and take it over, the receipt over to, you can collect them, but
you gotta
turn them in by the
write your name
13th.
and address and phone
Yeah.
number on the back.
Yeah, and if you do need the receipts back, because we know how, you know, returns and all that good stuff, let Sharon know when you or mark it, hey, we need this receipt back, and that way she'll keep a stack of them and get them back to whoever they need to go to. And we're going to do a drawing on December the 13th.
Oh, cool.
And if that name is yours, you get $250 of Christmas cash or
Oh, cool.
Christmas money.
And so when are you
And that's for anybody, well, that's for anybody in Cannon County. So,
any store in Canada?
yeah, any store in Cannon
It
County.
has to be a business in Cannon County, and it has to have their name on it.
And when are you drawing?
December the 13th.
Well, cool. Okay. Well, I better
Okay,
close out.
we have.
And we
some
need to talk to y'all about reading your Courier then, because you're supposed to have a, don't you have a subscription?
We used to. I got the online one. I used to.
Yeah, see, you go online. I've got a big old thing on here online.
The
about
key to it is read it.
it. That's it.
Well, I read when I can, and I do, but I say so.
There's stuff in there about the Cannon County Save.
Yeah, I know.
There is,
Yeah.
there's always stuff in there.
I know.
They do a great job of keeping the community informed. Lots of businesses advertise in
paper.
it. Any events that are coming up usually get advertised in the Courier. So, yeah, I know with Facebook and social media and all of that, but there are things, believe it or not, that don't get on there.
Yes.
But they'll usually get in the paper.
Here's a good paper.
So, all right,
I read
we
it, but I
have
can't read
Lisa
it.
Baird,
Yeah.
Don Yancey,
understand.
and what's your name? Kayla?
Yes.
All right, and I'm gonna let Lisa go ahead and tell us what y'all are planning.
Well, we're gonna have fun. This is gonna be a fun event. We're gonna have the first ever in Cannon County, y'all. And y'all gonna like this. And Miss Carolyn, you're gonna love this too. First annual Christmas tractor parade.
Okay, a nighttime parade, right?
Yes, but it's gonna be a daytime event too, because we're gonna have all kinds of stuff for the daytime too. So during the daytime, we're gonna start out at the fairgrounds over there, and we'll have all kinds of fun stuff. And Kayla's gonna tell a little bit about that, because I want her
Well,
to get involved in this. What?
Real quick, we need to tell them when it is. Saturday, December the
Saturday,
14th.
December 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, starting at Kayla.
So it will start at 11 a.m. So from 11 to 4, it'll be while the tractors are all decorating and getting ready for the parade. That we'll have lots of vendors, craft vendors, food vendors, last minute Christmas gift shopping. We'll also have some activities for the kids. Save is actually doing the booths for the activities. All profits from the vendor forms, the tractor entries, things like that do go to Save. And in case some of y'all don't know, Save is a 501c3 nonprofit. It is a women and children's domestic violence shelter.
And we do serve men.
And we serve men, yes. But we do provide them with everyday necessities when they come in. Some come in with nothing. Some come in with some of their items. But our grants help take care of those items. But we do have an emergency fund that helps buy toiletries, food, helps them, with clothes, everyday
Medicines.
necessities, medicines. We help them with trips back and forth to doctors.
Dental work when they need it.
Yep. We help them get their license. We help women get jobs, custody, court items, things like that. So we do help them with all of that. And most of that comes from grants, but a lot of it does not cover. So grants do cover, our food and stuff, but we are always taking donations of food, clothes. Things people take for granted every day.
And
Toilet paper.
oh yeah.
Bed sheets, things like that, is what we help these women and children with.
And we do everything. We do all the court advocacy, counseling, 24-hour crisis line. We have a 15-bed shelter. We help them with everything to help them get out on their own and become self-sufficient, abuse-free, and get them back into their own apartment or housing, and try and get them, where they'll never become a victim again.
And it is a secure environment, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, totally.
Yep. It is anonymous as well. We typically try not to post the address on a lot of things. We do talk about it a lot, obviously, but we try not to give the locations if people want to make donations. We do have some volunteers that will meet people to pick those up. A lot of the times, we turn our locations off on our cell phones while we're there, things like that, to keep the women safe and to feel more comfortable. It is gated and locked with codes, but we take anybody and everybody that needs the help.
Right.
Do you find at this time of year with Christmas and stuff, do you find handling more cases of domestic abuse, or, I don't know if there's any, because a lot of times, besides the drugs and the different problems that people have, money issues stem from domestic assaults and whatnot.
Yes.
And a lot of times during the Christmas holiday season, you'll see a rise in domestic abuse cases nationwide.
Well, holidays.
And I don't know how that is here, in
holidays,
comparison.
full moons.
Yeah.
Half of those.
Summertime.
Yeah.
There's actually more than what people
when school
think.
starts back.
Right.
behind the scenes. It's busy season all year round.
Yeah.
It's always.
There's a lot more than people think of. So when we get to the holidays, we do see an uptick, but for us, we
It's
see
all
it
the
so
time.
much throughout the year. It's not really a peak for us.
Like we're full right now, so
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, if
Yep.
you guys were
So
at a
we
full
are
house.
full right now, which means we go through more food.
Yep.
We go through more clothes donations. It is getting close to the Christmas season, so helping the parents that come in, they're already in a bad situation.
And
We
we try-
have to come together for these women and help
Yeah.
them support their children.
And we try and make it as normal as
So-
possible. We put up a tree, we
Yep.
try and make it Christmassy and try and make it, where it's the kids some type of normalcy for them,
Yes.
Right.
so they don't feel like total chaos, and because it's already chaos for
I'm
them.
going to ask you a hard question, and I've got my own opinion on this. But,
No.
yeah, I won't let my opinion be known. Let's go that route. How do you all feel about how the court system handles domestic assault cases?
I'm
It
gonna
needs
let
to be-
Lisa take that one.
It needs to be a lot stricter.
Okay.
A
My
lot
opinion.
stricter.
My opinion was the same thing. I keep up with the courts.
Yeah, it needs to be a
Yeah.
lot stricter.
What would you do differently?
Well, see, they have this thing called a pretrial diversion where, let's say that you commit a domestic assault.
Right.
You have this thing where you get a free, get out of jail free one time. So you get a free, get out of jail free.
Free pass.
Yeah, free pass. So that gets, kind of, if you stay out of trouble for a year and you don't cause any more problems, then that gets taken off of your record
Right.
at the end of the year.
But how many times do we see repeat offenders?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And of course, they'll get 11 months between 9 probation, 11 months between 9 probation, 11 months. But our court system is so overrun that you have so many people in jail that there's not enough places to house them.
Right.
And they're in jail all the time. So, and that they're not going to change. You can send them to
Anger
anger
management.
management, but they know how to buck the system.
Oh, yeah.
They know how to get it, once an abuser,
So-
they're going to abuse again.
So you're seeing in your house more repeat
Yeah.
victims of domestic violence, correct?
Well,
No, we
No.
don't see a whole lot of repeat victims.
No.
You do see some that go back, and unfortunately, that's
on average, 5 to 7 times
Yeah.
a victim will go back before they leave on their own. With our program, we work with them to teach them, what an abuser is, and we teach them to not become a victim again. We're working with them on skills to not to be re-victimized, because you have to work with them from the very beginning, because a lot of them may have been abused from an early age.
Right.
And so we're working with them with counseling and showing them the steps on how not to become re-victimized.
Yeah.
The abuser, on the other hand, it's a learned behavior, and if they want to change, they can, but a lot of them don't want to change.
Right.
And if you don't want to change, you're not going to change.
they move on to the next.
I've
They just
seen
move on to the next one.
abusers, other people, and they exhibit this type of behavior. And I've always been of the mindset that once you're 21, if you haven't changed your mindset to become a positive person, you never will, because you've already learned those habits. I'm big on sports, 7th and 8th grade. That's when you learn your basketball, shooting habits, football skills. 7th and 8th grade is when you start realizing life. Start to realize life and habits and creating those habits. And if you're grown, I mean, it's a very hard thing to change. Now, granted, some people do, don't get me wrong. There are some people that do change, but very few, you know.
But there's something, you know, inside me that makes me feel better when I control you. Because I can't control my world, so I'm going to control you to make me feel better. I have no control over what's going on with me, so if I control you and make you do what I want you to do, then I'll feel better about myself.
I guess
So-
I've never been in control because I've never had that feeling.
My
But I'm-
biggest take on it is people hide from it more these days.
Yeah.
You don't see it. You
Yeah.
see a happy, loving couple with
Yeah.
kids out at our events every year.
Yeah,
We all as the public are like, oh, there's that couple
But they
again
tell
with their
them.
kids. But you don't know what happens behind
but they'll
closed
tell you,
doors.
Right.
you better not say a word,
It
because if
used
you
to,
do,
to irk me when people are like, why are they still in? Why doesn't the woman just leave?
I usually
it's
can
not
spot
that
it, though.
simple.
And, you know, here lately, there's a couple of people that I can think of that are popular in this area that, yeah, you know, the Facebook smiles.
Yeah.
It's all smiles and giggles.
People
But behind the
hide
scene,
behind
it's a
the pictures
nightmare.
these days.
But,
You
but
know.
when you're in it for so long, when you deal with domestic violence for so long, you can be out. I can be out in public, and I usually can tell just by looking at somebody. that,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And abuse is not just physical either.
No, it's physical, it's
mental.
mental, emotional,
Yep.
sexual, financial. There's all kinds.
There's lots of ways.
So,
But
Okay, let's
But let's get back on our
We have not
events.
spoke
because we can talk about
with
domestic
Don
violence all
Yancey
day.
yet, have we?
I'm sorry.
I'm just listening.
Hey, we got to talk about this event,
But
y'all.
you
Because
are
seriously,
in charge of something.
because there's going
Well,
to
the
be.
main reason for us doing this was to raise awareness.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was one of the main reasons why we came up with this parade. Of course, it's going to be the first annual. We're hoping to repeat this every year. Tractor and side-by-side parade, where people can decorate their tractors with Christmas lights, side-by-side with Christmas lights. Come out and
It's gonna be
enjoy showing off their rides and give back to the community. We want to it be a safe environment. And like I said, raise awareness for domestic violence. A lot of people don't really understand that Cannon County Save is here and what they do. One of the things that I can say personally, I have a personal friend of mine who actually, we went to Lisa, and I've seen how this outcome worked. And so I believe in the program. It's hard to really talk about something that's never been done before, but we are modeling this after European tractor parades that are done in England. And it's really fascinating. I encourage everybody to look a YouTube video up and say, hey, I can do that myself. And come on out. We'd love to have you in the parade, have a good time.
How is this going to raise money for SAVE?
Going to be off the entry forms. We're not doing judging. Will be done by the spectators this year. The spectators will pay $5 donation. They get a form. They will be the judges. They'll be deciding who wins. Best decorated tractor, best decorated side-by-side. First and second place will be prize money. And off vendors and sponsorships.
Now, the people that enter the tractors in the parade, are they paying as well, or is that?
Yes, it's a
okay.
$10 entry fee.
And what's $10 to enter your tractor?
Yep, you decorate it up and you get to show it off through the streets of Woodbury.
Are you
Who would they
jumping on a
contact?
tractor?
Yes, I'm gonna ride a tractor. What's
Oh,
more
we got to
fun
get a
than
film. We got to get a video of
You do
this.
have to-
And you know what's
Yeah.
more fun than tractors, okay?
And who in
it's
Woodbury
Christmas
doesn't
and riding
have
a
a tractor?
tractor.
Yeah.
Everybody in Woodbury's got
They
tractors,
can
y'all.
contact me. There is a link on Facebook for the event. I do have paper forms as well. I can drop some of those off over to you if you'd like to help pass those out. And we're also just going in person to businesses for sponsors, word of mouth. It's a small community. Everybody knows everybody. But they can contact SAVE or they can contact me. And I can get them a form.
Now
One
let's-
area
oh,
that you probably need to focus on is the extension office,
Okay.
since they deal with most of the farmers in
Yep.
the area.
Hey, and y'all know Santa Claus is supposed to be there too.
Yes.
And I heard that old Grinch is supposed to be there too. He's gonna try and rain on our parade.
Well, he's been all over
But
town.
Yes, he has.
he ain't gonna rain on our parade because we're gonna have this fun tractor parade and it's gonna be fun.
All right, last night, she got, were you guys at the meeting last night?
I was not.
Okay. She got up to get her parade permit and everything.
Yes.
They started talking about the route. Have you had a chance to solidify your route yet?
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna talk to Chief.
Yeah, I'm going to meet with Lowell, our chief of police, and decide which route is going to be best. I really wanted us to incorporate our beautiful courthouse
Right.
idea doing on all three, but my understanding was last night that there was some kickback about
Going
Yeah,
around the
about going
square
around the
itself,
square.
yeah.
So I'm going to get with our chief of police, and we're going to decide on a final route that we're going to
We
take.
are gonna go down Main Street. We're
Yeah.
gonna make sure we go
Yeah.
by the senior,
The senior citizens center.
Yes.
Yeah.
We definitely want to incorporate our senior
Yeah,
citizens.
And I mean-
nursing home.
To be honest with you, 6 o'clock at night, obviously, is when the parade's going to go through. So a lot of those businesses on West Water Street that you're trying to get around the square, they're going to be pretty much closing up anyway.
Yeah.
So your main traffic is going to be Main Street,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
it is at every other parade.
And
I
that's why
think-
we want to try to keep it off Adams, so that you have that bypass to go through.
Yeah.
You can
Right.
get around, you can get to McMinnville, Manchester through the bypass and not hold anybody up.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I always thought was a concern with any of our parades was when people lined up from the fairground and they lined up on the shoulder of Adams Street, and you never know when you're driving through there if a little kid or
Yes.
a pedestrian may step out from where they're in line for the parade. So that always made me nervous. And
Yeah.
That's
why-
another big point. You talked about last night about the candy
Yes.
issues
Yes.
and
No,
stuff.
yeah.
This
No
is
throwing
interesting.
candy from the vehicles.
Thank
Yeah, we
you.
got
Yeah,
people.
we do have that in our rules. I will give you a form when we leave here, but that is in our rules. We do ask that if they want to pass out candy, that someone walks beside the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
We do have on there that they have to be sided trailers. If there isn't a side on the trailer, there has to be one adult for at least 3 to 4 kids.
Yeah.
So we have gotten some rules there for the safety of those kids, especially since this one is in the evening.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's in the evening because it's Christmas lights.
Yeah, we want
We
everybody
want
to
everybody
enjoy
to
it.
see that
Oh, yeah.
beautiful lighting and.
And it's going to be really, really beautiful.
Yes.
So please, everybody, bring your tractors because I
Bring
want to see
them
like
out,
100
decorate
tractors
them.
on the square. Wouldn't that
Come
be
be
cool?
a judge.
Yes.
Yeah, come be a judge.
Wouldn't it be
The more
awesome to see
judges,
like
the
100
merrier.
tractors go through
You
the
know?
town of
It does in
Woodbury?
I
That
told
would be
her,
just
and I
awesome.
guess I'll share this with you. Do you know what they call a tractor parade in Iowa? A daytime tractor parade in Iowa. The prom. So I told you I'd tell that joke. But anyway.
Hey,
Alright.
what do you mean by me getting on a tractor? I grew up on a farm, thank you very much. I've ridden tractors. I've driven tractors.
I mean, these are big machines, and you're
Yeah,
small.
I've driven
So I
them.
think that would be fun to watch.
Watch her push the clutch.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Well, I've
Alright.
got you all beat. I wrecked a tractor.
I can do
Well, wait a minute.
that's
They
not
not have said they didn't admit
I
to
don't
wrecking
wanna
your
wreck a
tractor. They
tractor.
might
That
have.
hurts.
I ran into the barn.
That would hurt.
Oh my goodness.
I want to drive one. I don't want to wreck one.
Yeah. One of the rules we have is any operator of the tractors or the side-by-sides, they do have to have a valid driver's license.
Hills.
We don't want, and the other thing
And you
is
can't
no
be-
air horns. We don't want
Yes.
people blowing air horns. We want people, they are permitted to play, you know, Christmas music in their vehicle, you know, in the side by
Absolutely.
side. We want that festivities. We want.
Because it's Christmas.
We want it to be enjoyable for people of all ages. The main thing is on the tractor size. We've had some confusion about that. Part of it's my fault, doing European metric conversion to domestic, standard conversions didn't quite play out. But as long as your tractor is able to maneuver safely on the streets of Woodbury, meaning that you can't take up 2 lanes of traffic. We don't want combines going down through there. We want them to be able to maneuver, make the turns safely. If you're pulling a trailer, you choose a decorated trailer for a sleigh, we want you to be able to safely make the turns and stuff like that. Your tractor or vehicle must be in good working order, meaning needs to have good working brakes, good tires. We don't want someone going out of control at 3 miles an hour. But
No wheelies.
yeah, definitely don't pop wheelies.
Yes, no.
But
Can we do modified tractors, like the ones that you see in tractor and truck pulls?
well, the
You can
problem
get a
is
hold
you wouldn't
of-
be able to turn those. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could. You get a hold of Wesley Foster. He'll, down at the school, he'll show you.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
someone does have a question about if they're not sure if they can enter or not, they can always reach out to Lisa, Save, anybody, myself, and we can help walk through those. Again, this is
Yeah.
our first year, so any
And
input,
we're gonna do it
suggestions-
every year, and every year's gonna get bigger and better.
And if they want to bring like a drag tractor and decorate it and just
Drag.
have it judged right there at the fairground, then we're all for that. You know, it don't necessarily have to go through the parade to be judged.
And
There
if it
are
can go through the-
tractors that
if it
go
can
down
through
my
the
road.
Parade, he'll know. If it's a drag tractor and it can go, he'll know.
There are tractors that go down my road that I can drive my car underneath.
Yep.
And I'm not sure what they do, but I'm telling you.
They're not doing any plowing unless it's on top of other
Well, I
cars. Huh?
consider it a tractor.
Well, they're fun.
So again, this
fun.
is going to be on December the 14th. So it's going to be close to when this is going to air on DTC. So you may not get a whole lot of,
Well, we're supposed to be on the
applications.
radio
But,
tomorrow too, so.
yeah. And down at the fairgrounds is where it's going to start with all the festivities as far as your craft fair and stuff. And then your tractor parade is going to start at 6 o'clock
6 o'clock.
and go through the town of Woodbury.
Judging will start around 4:30. Judging will be about 4:30 to 5:15. We want to be able to judge some in the daylight, but we also want to be able to judge on those lights as well. So we want to do that right at sundown, and then the parade following. We will have, of course, cash prizes for those. They will also get a certification for first, second, and third place. And then we'll have posters they can put on their tractors so they can present that as they go through the parade.
All right. Well, cool enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys, I wish you luck on your event.
Thank you very
It
much.
takes time sometimes to make one popular, it does.
Absolutely.
Oh, I think it's gonna be cool.
Absolutely.
So
Who
I
doesn't
wish you
love
luck and I hope
tractors?
it's all safe.
Yep.
Thank you. I hope so too. Maybe we'll
And
get Tim
don't
McGraw
throw
down here and
candy
sing.
directly at Keith, because that's what he don't want.
Do what now?
Don't throw candy
Yeah.
directly at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get enough of that the week before, I'm sure.
Hey, maybe you can get Tim McGraw down here to sing.
Tim McGraw.
Yeah, oh no, it's Kenny Chesney. Kenny Chesney.
Oh,
He'll-
she thinks my
thinks
tractor's
my tractor sings.
sexy, yeah.
There you go.
Well, I'm sure Tim McGraw had something to do with
Well, I'm sure
tractors
he
too,
did.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we get.
We do Joe Diffie, but he's not around anymore.
Yeah, he's not here no more.
John Green.
John
Okay,
Deere Green.
guys.
Yeah.
Like I say, we only got an hour, so
Yes. Thank y'all so much.
we
Thank
thank
y'all.
you for being
Thank y'all. See y'all later.
Bye. Beth, you want
Hey,
to
y'all want
come
to
up?
ride tractor too?
Do I want to
Yeah,
what?
we'll get you in a tractor too if you want to ride.
They
Wanna
want,
get in the tractor
they want
too?
us to ride in a tractor. think I'm gonna have to
Together?
pass. I
We'll
might have
put
to
you on a
pass.
tractor.
I'm sure you could put me on a tractor now. Be getting, you might have to have a crane to
You
get
want
me up
me to
there.
run into
And
the
then
crowd?
to
No, we'll
climb
put you on
down.
a tractor, not
Yeah.
drive it.
It
We don't want you to
depends on
drive
how
it.
cold.
Oh, I'll
it's
drive
gonna
a tractor. I'm fine with that. But
Worried
just to
about
get
that,
me,
no.
get me on one and
Okay.
off one is the, yeah.
See y'all.
Come up here, Beth. I didn't know for sure if y'all were coming on or not.
Well, I thought you had a whole bunch of folks, but they were really together.
Warmer over here.
Okay, now people know Beth. She's been on with us a lot of times, but she has a very important job. And she is the director of the Art Center. And of course, the Art Center stays busy all the time. In fact, there was a lobby full right before the show, and everybody kept wanting to talk to me. I thought, I gotta go. Gotta go. All right, Beth, what's happening, hon?
Well, right now until through the 20th of December, we have our big holiday bazaar, which is where we usually tape in the hall in there. There's 24 vendors, and they're all local artists, so you should come and shop for one-of-a-kind wares.
That's right,
It's
there's
10 to
something
4.
for everyone.
We're here Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4, and it's open when we're here. But there's a lot of nice stuff. There's jewelry, there's pottery, there's woodworking,
Toys, wooden toys,
there's,
and they're great.
Paintings.
Wooden toys.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Birdhouses.
Yeah, there's birdhouses.
And then the little man that does the most popular thing in in the gift shop are the ones with those buttons.
Yeah, he's an
and,
illustrator. He does
right.
some really fun
Unique.
illustrations.
They do.
Yeah.
And the good price.
They are a good price. He has buttons and stickers and
Refrigerator magnets.
yeah, magnets. So anyway, it's a cute, fun little gift. So we have that coming up. That's, like I said, through the 20th of December. And then, of course, season tickets are on sale. They make a great Christmas gift because it gives all year. There's 6 shows for $80. And the first one is Alice by Heart, and then Oklahoma, Newsies, Sweeney Todd, The Mousetrap, and then $1 Million Quartet Christmas, which is really a popular one. And then we also have a lot of concerts. There is a concert package you can get, but it's not really discounted because bands will rent our space and then they set their own price, so we can't discount any of their prices. But it does allow you to pick your seat for all of the concerts, which that's a plus. If there's a
It
place
is.
you like to sit, you can buy the package and then you can,
And all the
Sit where you
concerts
want.
are great. They are.
yeah, because we do have reserved seating. So
Who have you got coming up in concert?
we have A.R. Cash, which is a Johnny Cash tribute. It's him in June.
Okay, yeah,
And then Fleetwood Mac, which has been very popular. It's F-L-E-A-T Wood Mac, but they are a tribute band. They played in Nashville and some other
right.
fairly local, but I hear they're really good. Then there's Piano Men, which that is Billy Joel and Elton John tribute. And Music City Stones, of course, is a Rolling Stone tribute band. They've been here before. They're really good. Shake, Rattle, and Roll, which
Oh, that's one of my favorite
they
right
do a lot
there.
of oldies. And then there is also a Hank Williams tribute band, and I cannot recall exactly when it is happening. I think it's April.
Okay,
It's not on this because he was a late sign up.
Addition,
Yeah. But I think it's his Lonesome tour where he's kind of up there by himself, and he's really good. It's Jason Petty, who's from Manchester. So that's what we
Okay,
have coming up. And we also have our kid shows. Elf is playing right now through December, but it is sold out, so you might find a seat. I don't think there might be but 5 seats left in all 3 of the public shows. It's Elf Jr. Then we have Sherlock Holmes, February through March. These are school shows that also do school matinees, but we have public shows. And then Charlotte's Web is in April and May. So we have a lot happening.
You do, and you've had something happening, seems like all the time anymore. It
There's
seems
always
like there's
something every
something
weekend.
going on. You know, and of course you have the art exhibits, and then we want to mention the store that's connected with the art center too.
Yeah, Short Mountain Cultures.
Right, and they have a lot of unique things in their baskets. They have a lot of food items, most of it's healthy.
They also do their own fermenting processes, so
Right.
they have kombucha and water kefir and
Sauerkraut.
and kimchi. There's other items I can't recall.
There's teas and coffees and some of the best cookies
They
you'll
make
ever
breads,
taste.
cookies, soups. Sometimes she has soups
Right.
in there.
I think I seen that in there the other day.
Well, there's a lot.
Cheeses, goat cheese, cottage cheese. If you like cottage cheese, they have some great cottage cheese.
It is good. I'm not a
It
cottage
is.
cheese fan, but it's one of the best.
Yeah, it is.
But their cheeses are good. Most of them are from, maybe not right around us, but they're not far from us.
They have hot sauces
Yeah.
and things that
Local
aren't
honey.
hot sauces.
They have local honey too. They have some
Yes.
that has different flavors in it. Yeah, there's a lot of gifts in there also you can buy.
There is, and a lot of people come there from out of state. I was in there one day, and these people were from Kentucky, and they came and brought their bottles where they had gotten kombucha, and they refill them, and they said they come up once a month and stock up at the store. So that's, and yes, they have eggs,
Yeah, they do have eggs. They have milk.
milk, goat's milk.
They have goat's milk. Yeah. There's
They have a little bit. You can get healthy in there. Just go in and walk around. See,
You'll feel healthy already.
you'll feel better when you leave.
That's right.
well, they do. It's a very good. They rent from us, but it's a very good partner for us because it fits into
It is.
Yeah.
us, and it's worked out well.
It's
They've been there, I think,
unique.
since 2017, I believe, or 2018. I think it's 2017, maybe 2016. Anyway, right in that time frame. But they have been a very good partner for us, and they also do. If you watch their website, they do classes on fermenting.
They do.
And they do them here at the Art Center. So there's a lot that goes on here. We do have a holiday card making class coming up. So if you just watch our website or go on Facebook, we post everything we do, or get on our email list. We let everybody know what's going on.
You know, we're coming to the end of the year. That's hard for even me to say, but there is, and there's so much that goes on. January is kind of a take a deep breath and relax because there's not a whole lot going on in January, or in February either. But we've enjoyed another year of doing this show and showing you the organizations, the businesses. Our art center is outstanding. And Beth, one other thing I wanted to mention, we did several commercials this last year. We got a grant. We did one on Channel 5, one on Fox, and there was another one we did.
No, the other one was the tourism department.
Right,
Did it.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that was
Any-
theirs. Yeah,
Okay, but one of them won an Emmy.
not one, but nominated.
Oh, okay. Nominated, I'm sorry. Well, I'm just sure
Which
it's
one
gonna
did it
win.
nominate?
Channel 5. one.
Channel 5 one. All
It's
right.
nominated for an Emmy. The Emmys don't. It's not a. It's like a news and documentary Emmy.
Right.
Which that will not occur until February.
So we won't get to go, if we win it, we won't get to go to California and to the awards.
It's
I
in
doubt
Nashville.
it.
It's in
Oh, it's in Nashville. The Emmys are in Nashville this year?
It's not that kind of Emmy.
Oh, it's, okay.
News and
You
documentary.
can't dress
But
up.
I mean, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No,
It's like a Tennessee thing.
I got you. Because the Emmys, you do have a lot of,
Yes, you do
of
have.
categories that aren't
You do, but those
televised.
would be national type.
Yeah.
Ones. This is not.
Oh, this is a state Emmy award
Right.
type of
It's
thing.
like
I got
that-
you.
Like another
Hey, an
nomination.
Emmy's an Emmy.
Hey, as
Well-
long as Chris Rock and Will Smith aren't involved,
No.
you know, we'll be okay.
It's-
I don't think any of them have been
It's like
mentioned.
one of them is Pigeon Forge. There was a
Okay.
little documentary commercial or something on Pigeon Forge. One was in West Tennessee, but I'm happy that ours
yeah.
got. I mean, it
I
was,
That's
was even
cool.
nominated.
so there's like 5 of them I think that were nominated, and they will have they'll have their own ceremony. It might be streamed. I don't know. They said it might be, but no, it did not win. It was nominated. So
Okay.
who knows if it'll win?
Well, anyway,
Still.
we got.
We
was a
need to
good
be in the
commercial.
audience just to make sure, so when we get our,
All right, he's
It was a good
given me
commercial
the
though. It was a very good commercial.
he's given me the high sign here.
Okay.
So we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a healthy and happy New Year.